Several of you have requested if we could do a quick dojo tour, so we haven't done one of these in a couple of years, so we'll go through it. Here we are on Mason Montgomery Road in Mason, Ohio. It's a busy street, cloudy, humid day out. It's our parking lot here, and the front door, the dojo, Japanese Budo. Budo just means the way of war, the way of warrior arts, perhaps, the path of war. And outside we have a table and chairs you can sit at. Inside here is the sitting area. Of course, we have everything spread out for the COVID, so we make sure that everything is several feet apart. And when you come in, there's just stuff on the wall. There's a bulletin board, article from magazine there, a few pictures of myself in Japan with the different teachers. Here, there's our belt system there. Start at white belt, you can go all the way up to 10th degree black belt if you stick around long enough and don't quit. More pictures with teachers. A couple of awards I got. Warrior name. Knight of the Toshi Order from Mr. Hayes. Picture with Noguchi-san. Couple more awards our dojo has earned. And you can probably hear that's a air purifier that we bought a couple of those to make sure the air is being cleaned constantly. A couple more places to sit. So this is where people sit and watch classes quite often. Parents will sit and watch. A couple sign-up sheets for a sword seminar we have coming up this month. New album that I just finished, it's coming out, which is 37 songs, double disc set. Here we are on the edge of the mats. We have 40 mats, roughly 40. It's about 65 feet long, and I don't know how wide, maybe 20 feet or so. Blast Masters, we have 8 of these. We use these every single day for kicking, striking, knee strikes, all kinds of different things, rolling over. Just got a new crash pad here. This is really cool. We were throwing each other on this last night and dive rolling. So that's a professional crash pad. So you can really throw each other hard and fast and dive roll, all kinds of activities. Plus you can do a bunch of things with the kids for gymnastics and flips and all kinds of different stuff. Several more pads here. I recommend every school has oval hand shields or even the small square ones down there. These are so good for punches, elbows, blocks, you name it. Nice set of Yori armor there. As you can see, it's pretty cool. Got the little Oni demon there staring at you to scare you. It's a nice set of armor. Behind it is a Naginata with the black sheath there against the wall. There's a, not really a samurai, it's more of a Shokosugi ninja tanto, very sharp, handmade. I like the gold obi belt and the kote there. Some Pro Force targets. These are great for uppercuts. We have small and large. The gladiators are great for knee strikes, uppercuts, hook punch practice. More paddles down there. Those are good for the kids and for Mawashigiri kicks, crescent kicks, things like that. Focusing drills. A bunch of Jo here, 5 feet roughly. About a dozen of those that we use in weapons. And then we have Bo here, which is the 6-foot wooden staff. Those are red oak, and there's one that's octagonal and handmade of some sort of purple heartwood perhaps. As you can see, the black belts on the wall here, this is called the Black Belt Club, and these are people that have trained for a minimum of a year and a half, and they want to earn their black belt. So they take a public vow, they switch from the white uniform to the black. You can see there's a bunch down there. But these are students who are extremely serious about their training, and they want to go at least the minimum of 4 to 6 years to get their black belt. And we leave that belt on the wall so they have a visual cue. So that belt sits up there with their name and taunts them every day when they come in and says, "Come and get me." It's a great visual aid to work toward. Here we have a century kicking tower. These are really cool. They're filled with water. Great for lateral shin kicks, knee strikes, side kicks, back kicks, you name it, elbows. There's a computer there because we're doing online Zoom classes for people at home with our current students. So every day we have to log in, and we teach 3-4 classes per day. So that's a lot of internet time for students at home that don't want to come in and train. X's are on the mat just to keep people socially distanced. We want to keep them all 6 to 10 feet apart. So when they line up, that's where they line up there. Pretty cool. We have here wooden naginata to practice with. We use those quite often, but they're a long pole arm, so we use them outside mostly. So there's this wooden spear up there, a yari spear. Picture of Hatsumi when he was younger, and a nice ichimonji, or some more bow. Another 8 or so of bow. Some artwork from Japan that I got from Hatsumi, who created it for our dojo. This is our Dojo Motto, which is the same motto in many dojos. So the kanji is Shi, Kin, Hara, Mitsu, Daiko, Mio. And there's another one from Hatsumi that he painted for me. Kamidana, the spirit shelf, there's a shrine up there. The Kagami mirror to remind us to try to have a stainless perfection, or try. Greenery, candles to represent nature and light. Torii gate, and a couple of prayers inside with the doors open to the shrine up there, representing history. History, it's not a religious thing. Just to remind us of the past. There's a nice juyari there. It's pretty cool. 7 feet long. There's the bell. This bell's about 300 years old from a temple that I got. So that's what we ring before and after each class. Whiteboard that we use every day to teach different lessons. Here's the lesson of today. Discussion is, what am I doing to improve my martial arts knowledge? And what can I start doing to prepare for my next belt rank? So we're always challenging the students mentally. What are you doing in the dojo to improve your education? Taking personal responsibility. A couple of mentors and role models was Takamatsu, Hatsumi, Arno from France, one of my teachers, Mr. Hayes, one of my teachers. Sadly, Takamatsu died in 72. Hatsumi is about 90 now. More BBC belts. There's a real naginata with the sheath, sharp. Down here are some more naginata, a couple that are handmade. As you can see, they have different. That one looks like it's a short sword taped to a bow. Pretty cool. It's Kyoketsu Shoge there. The metal ring. Here's a display of some shuriken, different types. Hira or flat shuriken. Got your bow, shuriken, kunai, all kinds of different shapes. Look at the size of that star. It's obviously not real. It's a novelty item, but I wouldn't want that thing thrown at me. It's about 12 inches across. Sabaku Hatsugama there with a chain hidden inside. There's a jute with a red tassel there to confuse the opponent. Bunch of plastic and metal training knives when we do knife work. Several styles of kusari fundo here, the chain of the samurai, all kinds of different styles you can see depending on the historical period. There's a couple modern ones that you might carry, easily concealed. And the rope fundo to practice with so you don't hurt yourself. Bunch of weapons in the corner here, some shoto. That thing is filled with different patches and stripes that we give the youth, because positive reinforced training is the best. Rather than yelling at them and having them do push-ups, it's always better to reward the best person in class, so the other kids just step right up. Sorry about that noise. This is another one of our Hepa Air Filters here. This is a big one, hospital grade. That circulates the air in the dojo every hour. It's huge. Another big kicking target that we use, we have several of those. Blockers, which are good for blocking. Dive rolling over. Bunch of those for people. It's another half wall with a bar that people can sit at. Random ninja toe sword from Shokosugi there. Pretty cool. Zafu for meditation that I use. That's a real jutei from Japan. It's from the Edo period. I think it's 300 years old. As you can see, it's just a hunk of old rusty steel the police would use. Several more weapons, a 7-foot staff and 6-foot, 5-foot, 4-foot staves of different lengths in the corner here. All kinds of swords. Everything from padajo to batons, eskrima sticks. Over here we have shoe bins that people put their belongings in, and at the bar here we have 3 different seats for people to sit and watch class, have a coffee. Several books in there and DVDs for sale from different martial arts and our own productions here. There's a stereo system for the Bose speakers. There's a bonsai tree, cameras, all kinds of different stuff, bean bags. There's a shoji screen with storage up there. We keep belts. Continuing on toward the back area here. Bench you can sit at to relax. 2 changing rooms here, pretty simple. For those that want to change their clothes. Some people come in their uniform, but a lot change here. People need privacy. Tips on being a good uke. So there's a whole poster on how to be a good uke. Painted samurai here. Second changing room. Things to look at while you're changing. Who's that guy? Some of you might know him. And you have water, hydration, fresh spring water there. Cold and room temperature. Of course, keeping your hands clean before and after every class. Back door here, area. Awesome poster of Shokosugi. And if we just take a peek out the back door, we do a lot of training out here. It's really humid out. This is our back area. There's a restaurant next door called Phoenician Taverna. Great Middle Eastern food. And you can see back there we have several parking lots that people don't really use. This is where we train quite often. You'll see in our outdoor videos. There's another one over there. And that's the strip mall behind us. There's woods over there that we train in. And through that parking lot is the open field that we've recorded several DVDs at, including the sword one that's coming up this month. We're going to go out there in the heat and the dirt and train with the ninja sword, the samurai katana. Get down and dirty. That's really cool. It's great to train outdoors because the terrain isn't even. You always want to train on hills and things like that. Bathroom here for people that need it, and some people change in there. Typical bathroom. More storage area here for people put their shoes and jackets and uniforms and stuff in. Cleaning supplies, ladder. uniforms from Century and the Bold Look. Whole bunch of storage up there. And coming back out to the main area here. Bunch of swords here on the wall. All kinds of different EI. This whole side is EI unsharpened swords. There's a huge one up there. Kind of an Odachi, a big field sword. Look at the size of that thing. It's 6 feet long. This is paper art that someone made for me. 3D art. It's really cool. It's a samurai. All handmade of paper and layered in 3D in that shadow box. It's an autograph I got from Sho Kosugi, the famous action star from the 80s, and then autograph from Toshiro Mifune, those of you who are older who know all the samurai movies, Seven Samurai, Yojimbo, etc. Probably the most iconic samurai on screen ever filmed. Great role model of mine, great hero. And these are Shinken live blades, very sharp. Different shapes and sizes here. It's more of a shinobi katana, regular katana, different shapes and sizes. Ones with long handles from the Sengoku period, Nagamaki, Odachi, you name it. We have it here. A couple more field swords there for horses and cavalry. Those are all sharp blades that stay here. Some of my ranks and awards. Gold album there from Taiken. Picture of Hatsumi and me in Japan. It's an old Shadows of Iga from, I don't know what year that was. Old seminars we had to go to around the US. That was from 1988. There's a festival from 1989 with Fumio Manaka. Different awards that I got from the military, teaching them law enforcement. A couple more pictures in Japan. There's one with Tetsuji Isuzuka, who's the Soke of the Gyokoryu. There's one with Noguchi. A couple of things from the mayor and president's award and stuff like that. Clock in Japanese so people can learn. Pretty cool. We try to teach a lot of Japanese here. Computer, books. Some stacks of books here. Different martial arts. Notebooks. Stacks of DVDs down there. You want to have many, many sources of martial arts when you're teaching. Always have different sources. Some of our students here, it's tradition that you get a stick with your name on it when you begin, and then you work your way up through the different ranks. We have all kinds of different students here, different ranks, working your way up toward black belt. There. The ones turned over are people who have quit or left. And several of my black belts up there. Different degrees of black, all the way up to 10th degree there. Lots of students. I have many off-site as well, but these are the ones that train under me here at the dojo. Most of them. More weapon racks. How cool is it? I mean, swords just everywhere. More EI. Some wooden shoto there that we practice with. So teaching license up there from Hatsumi. Shinai. We use those to hit. We don't do kendo here, we do kenjutsu, but the shinai are great for hitting each other. I don't like padded swords, but I like the bamboo. A couple saburi toe, heavy training boken there, shaped like oars, like Musashi's oar. There's another pole arm up there, another piece of art that Hatsumi painted. Skeletal system chart. We want to make sure that you know anatomy when we're learning martial arts, so we know which bones to break and which muscles to tear and which organs to attack with our Kyusho. Whole another rack of Iaito that we use in class. Some wood, boken, all different shapes and sizes. It's a plaque someone made for me, which was when I ran Spirit Quest, which was an organization helping inner city kids. Some awards up there. Bushi Warrior Awards. Another piece of art by Hatsumi. There's a wooden yari, a wooden spear that we use. Another rack of boken of different lengths and sizes. All of them have guards. We don't use swords without guards on them. Another board here to write notes on. Here's one where we're setting up a fight scenario, a couple punches and kicks, you have to defend against it. Announcements. Another piece of art there. Fudoshin. That's what it translates as. Here's another pole arm. Another naginata. Another rack of boken. Couple ninja toe boken there, shorter, better balanced. Tenshi Jin chart, which is the classical style that we study. We do modern and old style martial arts, Koryu as well. So this is an entire chart that Hatsumi came up with in the 1980s. There's some weapons, techniques that we do. Again, this is just a small percentage, but that would take you a lifetime to learn. Any of these sections will take decades. All the different ukemi, the different roles, the kion happo, different types of defenses against chokes, grabs, kicks, attacks from behind, multiple attackers, using the spear, the stick, the sword, chokes, kicks, wrist locks, pressure point, Kyusho charts, Tai Sabaki, Ukanagashi, you name it. 3 foot, wooden hanbo, short stick or cane or umbrella that you might have. Different Kihon certifications so people here can earn specialities in different weapons. Poster of Hatsumi and Geidan no Kamae. Everything is basics. That's very important to remember. Everything is basics. The more crazy a technique gets, the less it's likely going to work on the street. Attendance cards for our different students, so that when you come to class you get credit for it, you get a stamp to work towards your next rank. Everything you do is monitored so that no one gets left behind. Everyone has an even chance to move forward at your own pace. Padded hanbo. Here, a couple more awards up there. Here we have the book section, which goes down 4 or 5 shelves there. All kinds of different books from different authors, as you can see here. There's no politics in this dojo, so your book can be next to someone that doesn't get along with someone else. But I don't care about that. As long as it's good knowledge, I'm going to keep it. And all these books have lots of knowledge in them. Different authors, different factions of Bujutsu, ninjutsu, you name it. But books that a lot of you have. There's our curriculum book that we have here. That's not for sale. And we have different kihon that you can earn. These are booklets that I have written and published here. If you want to get good at the sword. Some of our DVDs, we have about 12 different ones right now. Different weapons that you can purchase through our website or on eBay. Some incense there. Ground techniques for those who like jujitsu. It's a new CD that just came out called Good Old Days. Some more of our curriculum books where all our techniques are for the modern stuff. Some more DVDs. Some CDs that I've produced. I've done 33 albums, so I have a lot. Taiken series 1 through 4, which are the Japanese training music that we use in the background. Here are some high-end swords here. These are for sale, and these are, some of them are live, some are Iaito, but these are custom swords. Quite beautiful, most of them. Different lengths, different weights, different styles, different price ranges. You can get an EI for about $80 to $120, and then some of them go up to $300 or $400 for the high-end swords with the better steel. A couple of oil paintings I've done for sale. Brochures. This is paperwork that people have to study, whether it's a mindful action, student creed, things like tying your belt, the stances, different kicks and punches you can learn in Japanese. Things for the kids, requirements that we require from school or home. They can't get their next belt rank unless they have a good attitude at home. And if they don't get good grades in school, they do not move forward. So we help the parents. Parents love it. Parents need a support system. More stuff for sale, different swords. Some EIs, and there's a plastic bokken, wooden bokken, handmade. It's a razor sharp wakizashi there, in green color, and some more EI short swords here. In the front counter area, there's all kinds of stuff for sale in here. You have your caltrops, you have your patches, you have your shuriken of different types of schools. Yagyu, Togakure-ryu, all the different types of shuriken here. And you have your shuko hand claws, your rubber shuriken. Mugs, dojo stuff for sale. Throwing axes, throwing knives, more patches, even some nunchaku from Okinawa, and some sai, which are really not samurai weapons, but we use them because they're really fun. Some more high-end incense there, some stickers, all kinds of fun stuff. Sword rack for sale if someone wants it. So as you can see, this is our dojo. It's not huge. We've been here since 2006 in this plaza, going on close to year 15. But it's a really fun place, very positive place. There's no negativity, no politics, no ego allowed. Everything is about trying to be better than we were yesterday. That's all. And what a great community of people that we have here. We love each and every student here, and we have a great time. And we make mistakes and fail together, and we grow together, we get older together, and we take care of each other. That's very, very important. Hopefully where you live you can find a dojo or training club and join there, or come and visit us and train. So for now, we'll sign off, but that's a quick tour of the dojo in Mason, Ohio. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.